Hi Gemini, and welcome to your reading. Okay, so let's see. What does Gemini need to know? What does Gemini need to know? Come on, Gemini, don't be so stubborn. Mix them up because I don't want to see the cards before I place them. Mark that one. Main spread where current. Wait, yes or no? No. Wait. Main or side? That's why I can't get rid of the side message. Main spread? Side message. This is the main spread. Can you expect? Wait. What else for Gemini? What else for Gemini? Yeah, I saw that coming. Take this one. The moment. Not it. Try again. Wait. Not it. Wait. Where does it go? Oh. And this one? Side note. And then there was one with the last card for Gemini and what Gemini needs to know. Minus I really don't like when Spirit does that. Because I'd rather go on intuition and have them guide me than them sending me a direct card. But anyway, let's get into your reading, Gemini. You have Oh. Wisdom. 3 of air. Thought. Queen of air. The scribe. 7 of fire. 4 of fire. And 7 of air. Overall, it seems like you're putting something to rest. Because just looking at looking at all the cards, I'm not taking this bullshit no more. Okay, so let's see what we have for you, Gemini. Your current energy, you have wisdom. There's a huge difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is the simple act of obtaining information. Well, wisdom is the know-how for applying what you learned in a logical and beneficial way. Yeah, I'm hearing you fall more so on the side. Your current energy, you fall more so on the side of wisdom than anything else. You have all the information you need, though there's some missing gaps. You're finding productive and creative ways to apply this information for your benefit, make it make logical sense, so you can foresee any threats and proceed accordingly, navigating through I'm hearing navigate your way through a thinking web of lies and deceit. So is this personal, family? Oh, nope, this could be office related too. If you're not currently going through anything with your friends or families where someone's feeding you misinformation or straight up lying to you, this could also apply to your work. As far as office drama that you're hearing and how it pertains to you, somehow you're caught up in the bullshit, but in no way, shape, or form does any of this involve you. But someone is making it up like it does or it is. Anyway, what you have in the energy in your environment, you have the 3 of air. Yeah, you're taking in information, learning what you can, altering your perspective. I'm hearing communicating with others, clearing up your vision. So you may have had a limited viewpoint on something until you consulted with somebody else, and for lack of better words, they opened up your eyes and provided key pieces of information that you may have been missing. This doesn't feel like solo energy, because in the environment you find yourself in, it is productive for you learning, enhancing your knowledge, learning all different ways of applying yourself, even in ways you didn't imagine. But I don't see you moving alone. It's not so much as if there's someone in and out your energy, more of you consult them when necessary, consult them when needed. Either they help you understand what it is you're reading, what it is you're watching, whatever it is you're learning, or what it is you're hearing, or they give you an unbiased opinion, offering a new perspective, challenging your way of thinking. and how you perceive the information you have obtained. Well, apparently you're an overthinker. Huh, that's funny. Usually I don't get like this, but you have thought, and it serves as both your strength and your weakness. Now, I've had strengths that had the potential to be a weakness, but never a strength that was also a weakness. And of all the readings I've done, I believe this is the first time it's hopefully showing up this way. Because on the strength side, you're smart, you're intelligent, you're highly analytical, you analyze all information like it's running through a computer. I'm hearing there's no room for bias, there's no room for error. You take the information as it comes and determine what makes sense to you, but you have the nasty habit of overthinking, overanalyzing, finding meaning where there is none. It could simply be a coincidence. Now, I don't believe in coincidences, but there are things that do happen by chance, or when you find something out, and someone you know just happens to be there, and now you think that they're involved with it too. That could sometimes be just bad timing. But I wouldn't necessarily count as coincidence, but it's like things aren't lining up and you're finding ways to make it make sense. Bridging the gap between missing information, and there it goes again, missing information, in unexpected ways to help you make sense of a situation. And although you know there's information missing, you still try to solve the puzzle. Yeah, Spirit, though, if you're showing me that you're trying to use pieces to fill in gaps, you know clearly this puzzle piece doesn't fit here, but you're trying to force it and make it fit. Because that's the only thing that makes sense to you at the present moment. Because you don't have the real puzzle piece that's supposed to fit where you're trying to jam it into. The missing information, you're aware you have missing information, but instead of, now I see how it's a weakness, but instead of finding out what the information you lack, is more of you trying to make the information fit together as you already received it, and fill in the gaps as best you can, but the only way to do that is with a biased opinion, not unbiased one. Because you're relying on what makes sense to you and not what actually happened. How you perceive it to be true, whether or not that is the case. For your present moment, you have the Queen of Air. I'm hearing someone who is ruthless, cold-hearted, favor fact over fiction, unless they're the ones telling it. So unless you're the one that's using your own perception to fill in the gaps, you don't want to hear it. It's kind of like someone's intuition, someone's perspective on something is not up to code, it's not up to your standards. You can easily tear it to shreds and make your own argument for why it's wrong. But when it comes to yourself, what you say must be accurate because you have the strongest argument as you see it in your mind. Now, usually the Queen of Air is somebody who is good at paying attention to the facts, leaving their emotions out of the decision making. but that doesn't mean they don't have influence. You are taking the motion completely out of the decision making, looking at only the evidence in front of you. But the way Spirit is showing it to me is kind of like, although you're not supposed, it's best not to make decisions based off emotion, how Spirit is showing me is kind of like there's a potential of alienating people because you're not listening or respecting their opinion. You want to hear the truth, but because it's not your truth, it's invalid. It doesn't matter that you're my friend if you're not coming to me with pure hard facts. Show me documented proof. It's how you say it is. Then I don't want to know. So yeah, it doesn't matter what title somebody holds in your life, whether it's friend, family member, co-worker, brother, sister, mother, even hearing fiance. If they can't back up what they say with some proof, with some evidence, it's not for you. You're not interested. You're not giving them the time of day. Okay, Gemini, based on the current energy that's come out so far, there are 3 paths or course of action you can take based on the energy that's presently coming up for you. The first one being the scribe. Which is actually fitting because the scribe is someone who actually dictates notes. What they hear is what they transcribe. There's no room for error. They leave their own personal judgment out of it. They document only what they hear from the speaker. They have their own unbiased opinion, and you need to be the same. Listen, don't judge, don't course correct. Hear the information that's being given to you, take it at face value. Don't fill in the gaps with what you perceive to be the missing information. That's not your role in all of this. Sometimes the best way to fill in the missing gaps is to look at what you don't have, to look at what you do have and ask yourself what you don't have. So for example, if you know who said what to who fulfilled what part of their own project, look at what you're missing. What information are you missing? What part of the project are you missing? Who's conveniently staying out of all the discussions, even though you know they were present for some of it, is what I'm also hearing. Note down all the inconsistencies. If one person says A, if one person says A plus B equals C, but the other person in that same conversation or a separate conversation says A plus C equals B, look at the facts, what doesn't make sense, pay attention to where all the inconsistencies lie, go back to the source of information. And see what you missed or noted down in error. So with the scribe, Whatever situation you're going through with Scribe, you may put in some detective skills at work to get to the bottom of the situation. Oh, dang, I'm here and leave my name out your mouth. Okay, Gemini, the next path or course of action, you have the Seven of Fire. Why am I hearing someone spat on your good name? So some of you may have a reputation to keep, or a reputation that you're proud of. You're not looking for validation or admiration or respect. But whatever the situation is that someone's either forcing you into, dragging you into, if it really has nothing to do with you, it could be damaging your reputation just by being associated with what the fuck is going on. But the Seven of Fire is saying trust your intuition. You have all the information you need to make it make sense. Restore your honor. Restore your name. Cut off all ties with those who would seek to ruin your name based on jealousy and envy. I'm hearing you do what you do out the kindness of your heart. How dare you disparage my great name as if you own it. So with this, it's more of you're aware of the missing information, but you're getting out of your head with the Seven of Fire. Not solely trusting the facts, but trusting your intuition. So this one, I'm hearing the answer is right there. It's right in front of you. You have all the information you need to. And see, Spirit is showing it to me again, like a conversation being had. 5 out of 6 people are talking. One's just sitting there taking it all in, listening. They're not saying a word. You know how when someone instigates a problem by saying something that seems innocent, but once they say it, it's like a trigger for everybody else and all hell breaks loose? That's what it looks like. That's what it honestly looks like. Like the end result when someone says something that can be considered innocent, non-threatening, non-hurtful, but yet at the same time, that one thing triggers everybody else in the room because of the hot topic that everyone is over here passionate about, everyone has a different opinion on, and now they're all fighting with each other, arguing with each other, hurling accusations at each other, tearing each other down, and that one person that said it, that's so innocent, yet you're over watching all the chaos and drama go down. They're not trying to correct anything, they're not trying to resolve the situation, it's just like they're watching the chaos as it happened. I don't know. This may apply for some of you Geminis, not all of you, but there's someone in your social circle that may have instigated the situation that you find yourself in now. And it wouldn't have even taken a lot of work. Because the most conniving thing people can do sometimes is not to throw somebody under the bus, but just to hint at a situation, just to hint at a person, and let the other people around you fill in the gaps how they see fit. hey, it's not my fault that Ophi made the assumption that you was over here in it, even though I never Ophi said you was directly involved. It's evil, it's disgusting, it's nasty when people do something like that. And I don't know, with this, whoever resonates with this path, again, it's not for all of you, it's for some. It could be possibly just few of you, or even one of you, Gemini, but they knew what they were doing. For those of you who resonate with what I just said, person that instigated, they knew exactly what they were doing. And now your name is over here in the gutter. Your reputation is in the gutter or going downhill, all because of this bullshit you had nothing to do with, yet somehow your name is all up in it. Anyway, for the last path or course of action, you have the Four of... With this, you don't care who's innocent or guilty. You're taking fire and aiming at everyone. Yeah, you're taking fire and aiming at everyone. It's not clear who your first target is, but what Spirit's showing me with the Four of Fire is basically everybody in one room. Okay, who said what? You're calling everybody out about what the fuck they said, who they said it with. Everyone's face to face. There's no room for lying. There's no room for errors. Because once you try to lie yourself out of a situation, it's going to show up the lack of consistencies. Sorry, not lack of consistencies. It's going to show up with who's being... how one person's story is inconsistent with another. You're being direct. You're focused. The situation has your full attention. It's like you have a master plan how to resolve the situation. Now, all I know is that someone feels busted. Okay, so it could be more than one of you, Gemini, because the situation you find yourself in, it could be more than few of you where somebody literally instigated this whole thing and dragged you into it. Because I can't escape the feeling that someone... It's not even a particular person specifically, it's just I keep on hearing it, busted. If someone did instigate this, I'm not saying it's true for all of you, but quite frankly, it is for a few of you apparently. Apparently you have your means of getting to the truth, and when you do, all I know is that I would not want to be them, because what you can expect over the next couple of weeks, 7 of fire, sorry, not 7 of fire, 7 of air. Somebody's going to go down swinging, lies and deceit, someone believes their own mental manipulations. They could even be using what they believe to be true to justify their behaviors or the things they said. You know how some people believe strongly in a religion, and use it to explain No, that's not what Dolphin Spirit is trying to get at. How are you trying to deliver this message, Spirit? Someone could be using the beliefs that they grew up with to justify their piss poor behavior. Oh, my mother said this. Oh, I grew up like this, so that's why I am the way I am. Whoever it is you're dealing with, or if you're confronting the person, not even confronting, they're going to feel like they're exposed. If they're not exposed, they're going to feel like they are exposed. And what you can expect, they're going to use every trick in the book to try to justify and explain their way or lie their way out of the situation. Oh, my mommy taught me this, or my daddy did this. I grew up thinking The moment you confront them, or the moment they're exposed as a liar, traitor, deceiver, I'm also hearing gaslighter. But I'm telling you, what? They're definitely going to try to go down swinging because they're not trying to get caught with nothing. So let me clarify. Let's clarify for Gemini. Anything else? Okay. One moment, because I don't like seeing the cards before I place them. But based on your reading, I would not be surprised if temptation ends up still coming out. Okay, let's see. Try again. Wait, take it or leave it? Leave it. This one is the one for where? Oh, right. Queen of Swords is Queen of Air. This one, main message, Seven of Fire. Wait, this is where? Main or side? Side message. Where? Wait. Fire or air? Okay, air card, which one? This one is side message. This is. And this is. Oh, okay. So they both were. I need to breathe a minute. I'm a little bit scared with this. Queen of Air, you have intuition. Okay, understandable. Because it ties in a little bit with the Seven of Fire. With the Queen of Air, I said you're basically going off the cold hard fact. You're not falling into emotion at all. If anybody's coming to you with any information, You don't care about the title they have in your life. If they don't have cold hard proof or what it is to back up what they're saying, you don't want to involve yourself with it, because it may taint the information you've already received. But with intuition clarifying, go with your gut instinct. You know who's telling you the truth and who's feeding you misinformation. But because you have no way to prove it, you have no way to say for sure. So you rather deny the presentation of any and all information that's not backed up with irrefutable proof. Listen to your intuition, as it will not lead you astray. I'm hearing it will provide you with answers. Find the missing links and fill in the gaps that you seek so desperately to make sense of. Okay. Then with the 7 of Fire, you have the waiting game. I'm hearing just wait. Someone's going to expose themselves as the liar and manipulator that they are. They know they have a target on their back. There's misinformation going around, but not all things have to be proven. You lack time, you lack time if you lack patience. But just wait and see. Wait, what? Oh, okay. You're not the only one that sees the holes in the story. You don't need to seek validation or proof of your innocence. You don't need to go above and beyond to gain back your recognition and reputation and restore your name. I'm hearing liars betray themselves in the end. So even if you're eager, if you resonated with this path with 7 of Fire, like you want payback, trust your intuition to help you pinpoint who the deceiver is. Gemini, even when Geminis are calm, because I get the energy of you being calm, but you're pissed at the same time. You're just well adept at keeping your emotions in check. So maybe but Spirit's basically advising to stay the course, give it time. It's like you'll find the right moment to take the opportunity to expose somebody for the liar and traitor that they are. They will give you an opening and you will not hesitate to take it. Then with the 4 of Fire, you have moving on and disruption. Oh, why do I feel like this is going to get so much worse before it gets better? Alright, remember when I said that Spirit's basically showing me of you having a sit-down conversation, everybody in one room, everybody that had their name in this or was talking about this, all of y'all are in one room, bringing everything up so there's no chance of miscommunication or lying your way out of a situation, because the moment you try to lie, another person's going to step in and say, oh no, that's not what you said. You said A, B, C, D, not O, X, Y, and G. But with it being clarified by moving on and disruption, I'm hearing there's always going to be that one person that says move on, let it go. It's not that big of a deal. You're holding on to past grudges. Distorting the truth. Distorting the truth. Manipulating the information. Interrupting your chain of thought. Misrepresentation of facts. So, okay. Basically, Spirit, they'll be explaining the ways it can go wrong. Because again, if this whole situation was instigated by somebody, there's always going to be that one person, if not the instigator themselves, that's going to be against speaking up or talking about it out loud. They always just want to drop the conversation. They want to let it go. They may be misrepresenting the information, distorting the facts. I'm hearing Spirit say, don't let this throw you off course. All it is just a distraction to lie, manipulate, and distort the evidence. Sometimes people don't want to know the truth, just the truth that they choose to perceive. Yeah, there's always someone that doesn't care about the truth, just what's good or entertaining to them, or what doesn't make them look like the bad guy. Because even if this whole thing was instigated by one person, that doesn't mean that someone else didn't add on to the lies and the bullshit. Again, as annoying and frustrating as that is, it does sometimes happen, and that might be the case. That may very well be the case for anyone who resonated with the third path, course of action. Then with seven of air being clarified by the universe. I'm hearing you know who this liar is. You know them very well. So do the people around you. Gemini, I don't know how you're going to feel about this, but with the universe clarifying the seven of air, even though you know who this person, even if they're exposed and you know who this person is and everybody is aware, with the universe here is basically saying, don't seek justice for yourself, because more often than not, it can be blinded by vengeance. Take the high road you're meant. Take the high road you're already placed upon, and don't lower yourself nor your standards. Damage your reputation any further by associating yourself with the travesty. Yeah, that they're not referring to you as a situation, they're referring to this person. But the way Spirit is showing it to me is like they're gonna go through some things. The way it's showing is that they're gonna go through some things. Karma is gonna get hit heavy. It'll seem small at first, little things that may seem insignificant and non-consequential until they all add up together. A chain, a series of events that lead to a catastrophe, and you get to watch it all. Like, it will all happen right in front of you. You literally get a front row seat. You will be aware of it in some way, shape, or form. Even if you don't come into contact with this person again, you're still going to be hearing about what the fuck they're going through and how life is hitting them. Dang. I'm not gonna lie, you may even be satisfied a little bit, because I hope you see you smiling. Like, you may keep a straight face when you see it or hear it, but when you by yourself or around friends you trust, you having the time of your life with this information. But anyway, Gemini, this is the reading that I have for you. I do hope you enjoyed the reading and possibly gained some insight from it. If you did, please do hit the like and subscribe button, as there will be more videos to come. That being said, I shall catch you in the next one. Bye, Gemini.